Once upon a beautiful spring day, a red rose bloomed brightly in the forest. Its color was vibrant and stood out among the other plants. A nearby pine tree noticed the rose and said, "What a lovely flower you are. I wish I could be as beautiful as you." Another tree replied, "Dear pine tree, don't be sad. We can't have everything." The red rose looked around and thought to itself, "I must be the prettiest flower in this whole forest." Just then, a tall sunflower turned its yellow head and asked, "Why do you say that? This forest has many beautiful flowers, and you're just one of them." The red rose replied, "But everyone admires me. Look at how everyone gazes at my beauty." She then turned toward a cactus nearby and said, "And look at this ugly plant full of sharp thorns." The pine tree gently scolded her, "Oh, red rose, that's not a nice way to talk. Who decides what true beauty is? You have thorns too." The red rose scoffed and said, "I thought you had good taste. You can't compare my tiny thorns to those of that cactus." The trees murmured to each other, "What a proud little flower." The red rose even tried to move her roots away from the cactus, but she couldn't budge. Day after day, the rose would look at the cactus and make mean comments like, "What a useless plant. I'm so unlucky to be its neighbor." But the cactus didn't feel hurt. Instead, it kindly said, "Remember, everything in life has a purpose. Just because you don't understand it today doesn't mean you won't see it tomorrow." Soon, spring ended and the weather became very hot. There was no rain, and the red rose started to droop. Her leaves grew dry and weak, and her vibrant color faded. One scorching summer day, the rose noticed little birds pecking at the cactus, drinking water from it. Surprised, the rose asked the pine tree, "What are the birds doing?" The pine tree explained, "The birds are drinking water from the cactus." "Doesn't it hurt the cactus?" asked the rose. "Yes, but the cactus doesn't mind if it helps the birds," replied the pine tree. The rose's eyes widened in wonder. "The cactus has water?" The pine tree nodded. "Yes, and you could ask the cactus for help. If you politely request it, the birds might bring some water to your roots as well." The red rose felt shy asking the cactus for water, but finally she did. The cactus kindly agreed, and the birds began to bring water to the rose. Slowly, her color returned, and her petals became fresh and lovely again. The red rose thanked the cactus sincerely and apologized for her rude words. She promised she would never judge others by their looks again. And from that day on, the red rose understood that everyone has their unique beauty and purpose.